Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to It's a Crime. I'm Linda. Hope you are having a really awesome night. Tonight, I'm going to chat about Tecia Stauch with you and her week so far. And also, I'm going to address a little bit about my car rental video or videos. So before I start, let me know where you're from. I'd love to hear from you guys, and we'll get started. So, as you know, Monday morning, Tecia was arrested in Myrtle Beach. Look at all you guys, Colorado Springs. There's lots of you guys from Colorado Springs tonight. That's great. Texas, Michigan, Oregon, California, Florida. Woo! Australia, Indiana. Any Canadians in there? Hello from Long Island, New York. Really cool. Houston, Texas. Awesome. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining me. So, as you know, Monday morning, Tecia got arrested in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And she's charged with first-degree murder, child abuse resulting in death, tampering with a deceased human body, and tampering with physical evidence. And Gannon has not been found as of yet. All right. There we go, Alberta, Canada. And Toronto. Awesome. Welcome, everybody. Okay, so we've all seen the mugshot because I posted it on my community tab, so we have that. And let me just scroll for my notes here. Now, on Tuesday, she went before a judge in South Carolina, and she chose to go back to Colorado. Did you guys see this, or did you see my video on it? The judge basically told her that doesn't matter what answer he's going to get from her, and basically he said, you should probably be quiet. Yeah, you made it to my live. Awesome. So, yeah, I thought that was interesting. She was sitting there kind of like, no big deal. She's hanging out, and just the way she was talking back and forth was interesting. The judge was great. He was just like, well, yeah, doesn't matter what you say. So I suggest you just be quiet. She's just like... Except for the stroke of the hair. Some people have said in my comments that they're like, why did you bring up the stroke of the hair? Well, it was weird. She got up and it wasn't like right away. She walked and then she just did one of these. I thought that was weird. Julie Howman, keep doing what you do to be true. Thank you so much, and thank you for your support. Thank you for the super chat. So she left for a 2-day journey after that, right? And we're thinking she's going straight to Colorado. Only she ends up having a nice little stay for 12 hours in Kansas. And this is what the news said. She actually assaulted an officer. And it's been reported that Tecia slipped out of her handcuffs and assaulted an officer. And according to the news source, that's why they stopped in Kansas for 12 hours. And apparently it said that the officer was hurt and he had to go get checked out. Or he or she. Didn't say he or she, just so the person. And it really doesn't look good for her right now, right? Manglia44 says, love you, Linda, your friend Melissa. Thank you so much, and thank you for your support. Thank you all for you guys' support. It's really, really appreciated. So now she assaults an officer, not looking good from the get-go, right? And it kind of shows that she doesn't really have self-control, right? So here's what was reported from the news. It says, 11 News learned that Tecia slipped out of her handcuffs in the back of her transport vehicle from South Carolina to Colorado and reportedly attacked a deputy. Sources tell 11 News the deputy was taken to the hospital with injuries. That's why her transport was suddenly stopped, and that's why Tecia was jailed in Kansas for about 12 hours. She was released Thursday morning from the Kansas jail and appeared for her video advisement in Colorado Springs on Thursday. 11 News asked the El Paso County Sheriff's Office for a comment on the reported attack, and an official said they cannot comment at this time. So there's been a lot of chatter about this. And Texas Angel, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I really appreciate it. So she slips out of handcuffs. So I don't know, this is kind of weird to me because how do you slip out of handcuffs? Hopefully they would be tight enough so you wouldn't slip out of them, right? So I'm not sure what prompted this. We don't know. All we know is this went down. And so that's why she stopped in Kansas. A couple people were saying that they were, thank you Sleuthy TV, thank you so much. And oh my gosh, okay, Mark Courier, new subscriber, welcome. And welcome to all the new subscribers. Who here is new? Let me know. And Rock and Robin, thank you so much. Yeah, so this is really weird. People were saying, okay, why Kansas, right? Because that's halfway between South Carolina and Colorado Springs. Maybe she went there, maybe there's something going on. And I thought, well, maybe, but we'll see, right? And I'm glad I waited because now we know. Cricket Tail says, thank you, Linda, for all you do. You're doing a beautiful thing and we appreciate you immensely. Hashtag bring Gannon home and justice for Gannon. Yes, yes, yes. Here's, check out the nails. Blue with jail stripes. Can you see that? For Tecia. And a little diamond on there for justice. So, yeah, so she gets, double jointed. Maybe that's what's going on. I don't know. So she slips out of them. That looks not good, right? Because you're just starting. Thank you, Kathy, for the super chat. Great workout updates daily. I'm trying. Holy moly, there's so much. When you're doing more than one case, there's so much to catch up on. It's like it's hard to do more than 3 cases at a time, I find, especially with all the shenanigans that's going on. Thank you, Michael. So, yeah, so she gets handcuffed and she's in there. So I don't know how many selfies she got this week, but I think it's 3 or 4, right? We see a lot of pictures of her this week and a lot of people talking about her hair. Yeah, Kristen, I can't slow chat on my mobile phone. It's ridiculous. I've asked YouTube and they said they don't have it on that, but I'm getting a new computer and we're going this weekend to get one. So then I can stream on my computer and we don't have to worry about this. So no worries, we're getting better. So then she goes, okay, she makes it back to Colorado, right? She goes from Canvas, now she's in Colorado. Thank you, Erin. And people were putting blue balloons in front of Gannon, in front of the jail, and sonic balloons. And they wanted to support the family and make sure that's the last thing she saw. Thank you, Kimmy. Thank you, Cassandra. You guys are really, really, I super appreciate you. So sorry the chat's going so fast, but don't worry, we're working on it. Now, so she's back in Colorado and she sees all this blue around her. And funny enough, she's even wearing a blue shirt coming in. So I hope it's the most uncomfortable thing in the whole world. And there was a video advisement today. Did you guys see this? This was at 1:30. And she actually requested that there wouldn't be any media there. And the judge granted actually the expanded media coverage. And this is what it says. It said, the court doesn't see expanded media coverage interfering with her rights for a fair trial. Therefore, the court is granting the request for expanded media coverage. Well, of course, now she doesn't want coverage because it's not her coverage, because she gets in charge of it, right? So then in this video advisement, she didn't want the charges to be read out loud. And I saw this with that Anthony Tote case, right? She didn't want it read out loud. And could you imagine if they did? Like there'd be some pretty hairy eyeballs going like, what'd she just do? Whew. Rachel says, sent from Stephanie Harlow. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Stephanie Harlow gave me a shout out this week. And David and Angela, thank you. She gave me a shout out this week and it's been pretty crazy. She recommended my channel and I'm very, very grateful for that. That was pretty cool. So, yeah, so she didn't want these charges to be read out loud. Well, yeah, because it sounds pretty bad when they're like, oh, by the way, first-degree murder of a child under 12 years old, child abuse resulting in death, tampering with the body, and tampering with evidence. So, anyways, I wish that wasn't even an option. Yeah, that's ridiculous. They told the room no further outbursts. Now, people have noticed or said that she was wearing a suicide smock on. And I only saw a little bit of her, so I'm not sure if that's the case. Did you guys see that or agree with that? Maybe it's because she got into trouble from assaulting an officer. Yeah, by a person in a position of trust. It's just awful. It's just awful. Now, her court date is actually March 11th at 4 p.m. So I'm sure we're all going to be watching for that. And Michael Allen, who is the senior deputy DA, said that, he was talking to reporters after, and I caught a little bit of that, and he said that today was about her being advised of her charges. He said that law enforcement made the decision to transport her on land rather than air. He, what else did he mention? He said it was impossible to guess when the affidavit would be unsealed. He also talked about the death penalty and being disappointed it was going away. And from my understanding, from what I read, as of March 2020, the bill was passed to repeal the death penalty and is in effect after July 1st, 2020, but it's not retroactive. Yeah, I'm glad they have her in blue, Jordan. I think that's a little help from above anyway. Yeah, Shady Booty says she assaulted an officer. Yes, being transported from South Carolina. They stopped in Kansas and she assaulted. They said that she slipped out of her handcuffs, whatever that means, and then assaulted an officer. So I don't know what went down, what was said, but she was transferred by vehicle. And you got to wonder what's being said, right? Because she tends to open her mouth a little bit. So, oh, somebody said they're in Colorado Springs via Summerland, BC. I love BC. If you guys can ever get to British Columbia, you gotta go. No, there's no button. That's the thing to slow down chat. There's just not in mobile. I've looked, I've asked. So now, did you guys also see on the news that they were talking about Al moving Gannon's stuff out? And it wasn't the case. Yes, he was moving stuff out, but it wasn't getting rid of Gannon's stuff. And Landon actually clarified this. And she said, this is her quote, "His stuff is being kept. He rents and has to have things out by Friday. We have Gannon's things labeled and kept. Can't let anything go ever, and we still have not found him. I could not go because I'm not ready for that, but unfortunately he has a time to follow. Thank you for everything and keeping baby as your hero." So they're not, he's not getting rid of Gannon's stuff. They have to move out, and I guess he has to move by Friday, which is crazy to me that he has to be out too, because that's really, really, like, it's just been awful. Oh, happy birthday. Somebody said it's their birthday tomorrow, so happy birthday. So, did he have two houses? No, I don't believe so. They were renting the one on Mandan Drive, and so I don't know what's going on. Now, there also was, today, I saw that a parent got an email notification today regarding Tecia and her criminal offense. And it was actually screenshotted of the email, and it says, "Dear parents and guardians, this email is to notify you that a former district employee has been charged with a criminal offense. In accordance with Colorado state law, this notice must be provided regardless of whether the actions giving rise to the criminal charges occurred while the person was acting within the scope of his or her school district employment." And it says name Tecia Stauch, position teacher, length of district employment from March 2019 to November 2019. And it said Miss Stauch is being charged with murder in the first degree, child under 12, position of trust, child abuse resulting in death, tampering with a deceased human body, and tampering with physical evidence. Under state and federal law, a person is presumed innocent until proven guilty. And Tina says, my birthday is today. Well, I hope you have a really, really good day. I hope it's great for you. And So yeah, now she is presumed innocent until proven guilty. And there's been a couple comments, maybe one comment about how she's innocent and you know, we shouldn't be jumping the gun so much. It's really hard. It is really hard because you're looking at all these things that are coming up. She's the last person to see him, and she inserted herself in this investigation and has done so many things. So it's hard not to say, okay, well, you know, maybe she's innocent. Okay, maybe she is. In my opinion, no, she's not. So it's ridiculous. Now, there are 3 services that I read that are scheduled for Gannon this weekend on Saturday at Restoration Church. And that's this Saturday night at 6 p.m. Sunday at 9 a.m. in the morning, 9 a.m. and 10:45 a.m. as well. And they are asking if you would consider to wear blue for Gannon since that's his favorite color. Yeah, hold the house until everything's computed. Jury will need to see the home. Well, he's going to have to be out, and I don't blame him for probably wanting to be out anyways. I do wish they're searching for Gannon. I'm sure they're trying to figure it all out right now. So now I want to address a little bit of my car videos because somebody says, just joining, what did T do tonight? Well, you know, she just assaulted an officer on her way to Colorado Springs jail. So there's that. That's not good for her, man. Like, especially if she wants to appear innocent, that's not good. An innocent person's not going to be attacking an officer, in my opinion. So, okay, let's talk about this car mileage. Did you guys see my car mileage video? Or 2. I have 2 parts. Some people are saying, well, they're mad at me. Some people are actually mad because they're saying I'm giving false information. But I'm looking at the actual receipt. So I'm going off of the receipt. And people are saying that it should only be 95 miles, the car, and that was a typo. But here's a problem with that, okay? The problem is math is math, right? And how do you use an entire tank of gas if the mileage is only 95 miles? You can't. Because if you go on what this Kia Rio is for the 28 miles per gallon and also 37 on highway driving, you're doing at minimum 333 miles. Unless you're idling a little bit. So how could it be 95? I call BS. That's wrong. Because it doesn't match the gas. Now, if I actually, and here's the other thing, okay? When you rent a vehicle, you're gonna go and, you know, the dude goes like, okay, I'm gonna check over your car, okay, this is the scratches on it, blah, 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 have a nice day, and then you're going to drive the car and you come back. When they come back, they're like, all right, here's the odometer, here's any extra scratches, da-da-da, sign off, please. And then you sign, right? Well, if she looked at it and saw that it was wrong, okay, I'll give her that benefit, maybe she missed it. But don't forget, she went to Crime Online and gave them this information. Wouldn't you think if she was pleading her case and using Crime Online as a platform, that she'd be like, you know what, that mileage is wrong. But she didn't, because don't forget, she rebuts everything, right? She rebuts everything. So if she's going to look and be like, oh yeah, the 955 miles, that's because I decided to take a sunny break and wanted to go drive to Nevada and just clear my head to come back and then be on the right mind frame to go find Gannon, right? I don't know where she could have gone with the 955 miles. I'm kind of hoping it was a mistake too. but it's not, right? Deborah, new sub, and I love your thorough examination of details. Thanks for all you do. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for your support. We hit 30,000 subscribers today. Thank you, Kathy. 30,000 subscribers. Every single one of you guys are so awesome. And the people that are coming on more and more here are amazing. Supportive, in the right mind frame to have a voice for all these kids and adults who deserve it. So what do you guys think about this mileage stuff? Because this is ridiculous to me. I'm hoping it is a mistake because then that makes the radius a lot smaller. But let me talk about this. She went and picked up her vehicle at just before 9. And it's reported that Al didn't get in till like 11:30 or 12:30. So where'd you go for 2.5 hours? Right? And then you pick up Al. I don't know what you do next if you drop him off right off and away, and then you go all day. But in the gas mileage, it said 8 out of 8 means she has a full tank. But she returns it on empty, and that's proven because she's charged a fuel charge of $118, which equals that 11.9 gallon tank. That's what it equals. Kathy Snyder, love your story and facts. Keep up the lives. You're good. Thank you, Kathy. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thank you so much. So she got charged $119, which matches the 11.9 gallon car. So you can't tell me that she didn't drive around minimum 300 miles. She had to have. Minimum. And if it's the 955 like we think, then she gassed up 2-3 times, right? Now, in those 955 miles, if you divide it by half in 470, right? 475, 477. That could be a lot of places. It touches every single state around it. So in my opinion, she decided to take it and she needed to do a few things. Monday night, she couldn't do anything. In fact, she had to come home we know she came home by 2:15, 2:19. She had to come and wait for Lena, and now she's stuck at home. She can't do anything because she has to report him missing, right? And then she has to wait because now Lena has to go to bed and she has to pretend like everything's normal and that he actually left. So tell me that's 95 miles. And if it is 95 miles, what was she doing? Idling her gas for 28.5 hours and it just fumes? It just doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, it's pretty obvious that she went 900 miles and had a purpose for going that far. I don't see where there's speculation. I'm going off the metadata. I'm going after all the numbers. Thanks, Luna girl. Stephanie Harlow gave you a shout out, and that's how I found your channel. Yeah, I went to her video and thanked her, and I did a community post as well, and I saw where she talked about me, and I was like, oh, she's talking about me. That's crazy. So I was looking at the radius, and I do want to do a video on this, but I'm trying to figure out some things because 477 miles is a lot, but she also had it possibly chopped up, right, in the day. Ashley Heather, thank you so much. Love you too. Thank you. And CMH, thank you. Your thoughts on Harley? Hit that like button, peeps. Yeah, hit the like button if you support the channel. Give it a like and you like the live. My thoughts on Harley, you know, it's hard. She is 17 years old. We don't know what's happened. I'm sure she's starting to scratch her head going, what is going on? Like, something's not right. She knows her mom, so maybe she knows something's wrong. I don't know. But if she had 2.5 hours in the morning, then she could have gone somewhere, come back. And this is something I want to point out too. She said to Landon in a text Tuesday morning, so that car rental morning, she said, I'm going out searching for the neighbors, or with the neighbors. But neighbors are saying nobody helped search, so where was she, right? So she's going out for those. She only had 2 hours, really. And then wasn't Lena supposed to go to school? So unless she didn't because of all this happened, we don't know. I don't know what happened to Lena that morning. Did she go to school as normal, or was she with somebody? Like what happened, right? So she would only have a couple hours to search for him, technically, and then go. Yes, Tecia attacked a deputy, yep, while being transported, yep. Susan Bosworth, love your reporting. Thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat. Love your channel. Way to represent Canada. Snow remover. Thank you. Thank you for the Canadian dollars too. It's sweet. So what are your thoughts about this car rental? Because I swear, like, I could just keep going on this and this. One hot mess, Amy says, you're fabulous. Keep the great work up. We appreciate all that you do. Thank you so much. Thank you. So this bothers me, and some people are saying, like, why are you bringing up this gas mileage and the car rental if this has already happened? Because I believe this is a big piece to the puzzle. Think of it. She only had a couple hours the day before, and then she's tied up pretty much all night, and she's thinking about things, right? And so the next day, I think she goes to rent this to take care of what she needs to take care of. Now, that could be she went back out to Douglas County and did a couple things. They're finding stuff all over the place. And even in the statement, they're saying Al had addressed to Tecia about the blood puddle in his room and also a sock and a 2x4. Jen says, love you, girl. She's going to have a few more charges now. Yes, she is. Hopefully. I mean, hopefully. I don't know what they're going to do about that, but hopefully. Doesn't look good on her either. She's going before a judge next week, and he's like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. He's already seeing her criminal history, which I did a video on that. She's going to be looking at that and then going, oh, wait a minute. Now these are your new charges and you attacked somebody? So you do have a violent nature. Okay, carry on, right? Hooper45 says NK helped her. I'm not going to lie. When I looked at the map, I saw Aurora. I was like, ooh, maybe they're having coffee. Kathy Snyder says, how did you find out about the attack on the cop? On 11 News. It was on KKTV and something else, and they're all chitter-chattering about it, even on Twitter. Yeah, I want to know the evidence too. This is going to be tough waiting. This is going to be tough. But yeah, there was a pool of blood in Gannon's room. And that was that on the Crime Online? That was on Crime Online, also with the 2x4. So I want to do a video on that, obviously, and dig more into that. When I dig, I mean, you guys see my videos, so you see how I'm chatting about 7,000 different things. But that's the way my mind works. I start asking questions, and I start digging into it. And then the whole purpose of talking about her frugality, she's not frugal with herself. Okay, she has her Kate Spade things, and she's not frugal with herself, but she's frugal with life around her, right? So if it fits her, she'll buy it, and if it doesn't fit her, she's not going to buy it. So she brought up the economical, so I wanted to rip that apart because it's BS. If she was economical and she was watching her pennies, then she wouldn't be coming back and bringing her car on empty. Like, just fill it up. It's like, what is it? The people in the Colorado Springs right now, what is it per gallon for gas down there? 2.4, 2.6, what is it? Thank you, Vanessa. That's okay, Karen. You guys are supportive. You don't have to super chat and donate. You don't have to. You could be, you're right here supporting. It's all good. Okay, 224, 223, Okay, so you're paying $2.25 a gallon, but she's bringing it back and paying $10 a gallon. Is that economical? No. Linda's determined that is a lie. We all determine that's a lie. Yeah, so I'm bringing up these little things because it goes against what her reasons are. And there's a reason I'm doing that, because there's a pattern. How she's doing this one thing is how she's doing everything, right? Thank you, Janice Sinclair. Thank you. And yeah, I need someone to talk about the underwear found on the side of the road. Okay, there is a picture about that. I have no idea yet at this point. I didn't want to bring it up yet because I want to see where it is. I dig into it and see with her route if that's even possible. Yeah, so she's having all these different, she contradicts herself. So I'm bringing this to light. So just because I'm bringing up frugality doesn't mean I think she's doing that. I'm saying she's economical. Let's prove her wrong. She's talking about door to door. That's wrong, right? And so I'm going to go through these statements and keep doing that. I am from Tennessee. Any plans to do more on Evelyn? Yes, I am gathering that info too. So you guys are going to see more info on Evelyn. The Evelyn Boswell, for those of you who don't know, she's the 15-month-old, I guess she'd be almost 16-month-old now, that has been missing. And also Lori Vallow, because that's coming and she's going to court tomorrow. So I do also have some that I was working on last month, different cases, and I'd like to give you guys a little update on that too. Like I said, some of these take so much time because there's so much happening, and I fact check and I make sure things are right before I bring them to you. So we're talking about Tecia Stauch tonight if you're just joining me and us. Yeah, see, that's the thing. So the difference is, it'd be easier in a sense to find Gannon if it was just on that Tuesday timeline, in a sense, right? But because there's that Monday timeline, but because we have Tuesday, it brings it way up. And she is so manipulative that I believe she's playing the system in a sense, like she's going into these groups and stuff, right? And she always has an answer for everything. So she's planned things. She's a scheduler. She's planned this, in my opinion. So she's going all over the place and scattering stuff. Because if you're going to do one crime scene, it's going to be one crime scene. But I think she's like, no, let's do here, let's do here, let's do here. I don't know. I just have that feeling. And there's a girl in here who we've been having a nice little chat back and forth in email, and she has had some personal interaction with Tecia. I won't get too much into it because I don't want to make her in trouble in any way. But yeah, she's a little bit sketchy. Tecia is. So, did Al think Tecia renting a car was strange? Well, maybe she knows how to manipulate that situation, right? Well, you know, honey, my car is at the end of February and or end of January, and I have to watch my my mileage on there, right? Thank you for your wise, kind, and calm Canadian commentary, Holly Swanson says. Thank you so much. My Canadian accent, apparently. Oh, Gray Hughes is in here. Hello. Wasn't sure if you were gonna chat with me again. I know we chatted a little while ago, but I haven't seen you since. So it's nice to see you in here. And yeah, she beat up an officer, so that's not fun. I'm bringing the info snacks. Thank you for all your research updates and being a voice for those precious angels. Thank you. Amazing, 80. Thank you so much. So, I mean, what do I think if he's been abused? I think she's very highly manipulative. I have a feeling that Al didn't see a full side to her and she made sure of it. That's my opinion. Hit that like button, 1781, watching only 480-ish likes. Let's show Linda we appreciate. Thank you so much. Daring D's Dauntless Detours. That's a cool name. So what are some of these questions that you have, either about the car rental, about all these little things? Because I mean, my videos on the car rental had to be 2 videos. I could even do another one, which I'm working on right now I'm working on the radius of everywhere. Yeah, so the only thing about if anybody was with Tecia in a rental car that we know is that she said that she picked up Al from the airport, and then that's all we know from my understanding. Mimi says, I think she's setting herself up for the insanity plea. I don't know if that's going to happen. But anything can happen with her. Yeah, she's master manipulator. This girl has an answer for everything, a rebuttal for everything, and it's just a little all too convenient, isn't it? Oh, he did something in the garage, that's because this and this and this. Oh, we went to this on Sunday, that's because of this and this. Oh, like everything, and her selfie in the driveway. Well, she conveniently left her phone at home that day. According to her, that's what she said. I have no idea if Harley was in the rental that day. Was she at college that day? I have no idea. And it doesn't make sense if you're renting a vehicle. Okay, they're talking about driving the rental. It doesn't make any sense. If you're going from door to door, why are you renting a vehicle? You don't need one. How many miles would you put on door to door on if you use your own car? 1? Like, I don't know if she was solo or not. You know, I feel like she is, only because she has an image to protect, and I don't know. But at the same time, it's a lot of stuff that she would have had to get done in the last 36 hours or whatever, 24 hours. BC, Canada, yay! See, I don't know if, I mean, there's obviously blood at the house. We saw him in the truck leave. So I don't know if she took him somewhere and then he died, or he died and then she took him somewhere, but he's 100 pounds. And if something happened to him and he was 100 pounds, that'd be hard for her to maneuver. I don't want to talk too much about that, but yeah, people are saying maybe that Harley has talked to authorities about, and she could, right? Maybe there was weird behavior. And I don't think she's gonna fess up. I don't think she's gonna say where he is. Unless maybe she was worn down. But I really don't. I think she's gonna preserve her image, or what she thinks is her image. Yes, Gannon had a phone. Yeah, I don't think she's going to confess to anything. I think she's not going to say a thing. I think she's going to use her own power. I don't know if she's going to say anything. That's why I feel like the truth needs to come out, and The thing is she has truth scattered throughout every statement she has. You just got to dive deep and figure it out. And that's why when I did that car video, I just went, okay, I've had enough. Let's just do the math and show it, you know? Actually, you know what I wanted to ask you guys? What do you know about this Heather Elvis case? Because I've heard a little bit. I have not dug in, but I have heard some things about it, and it was around her or same town or something. How many times do you think the officer yelled, "Stop resisting," as they're pummeling her after she attacked? I don't know. But could you imagine? Kitty says, you are an incredible... Oh, I missed that. Hang on. I'll retract that. Let's go there. You're an incredible voice for the voiceless. Tons of love and support for you and Gannon from Ontario. Thank you so much. It hits... You know, it hits home when you start following, as you guys all know, when you start following these cases and you start investing time and learning about the person and the family, and it just gets you. It's just so sad. Rita says, in T's interview, she said something like she was the one taking care of Landon's son because she didn't want him. What was that all about? Why was he living with her in the first place? Well, they had joint custody, but the kids were living with Al and Tecia, and it's shared custody, though. She can see them, you know, holidays, whatever, right? And my understanding was that Al moved for the army and the kids were with him, and that's where they are. Snow Remover says, listen, Linda, you need a desktop so you can slow chat down. Yep, it's coming. I'm going this weekend, and I'm going to get a new computer, and we're going to go ahead with that. So this way I can slow chat and I can do all that stuff. Cinnamon Girl says, did Al have a life insurance policy that named Letitia as the beneficiary? I think she wanted Gannon out of the picture. You know what? I don't know that answer. However, I will say this. Her stepsister, I was really mortified to see on her Facebook the same day, like 2 hours after, 2 hours? It was 1 or 2 hours after this all went down that Tecia didn't come back with Gannon, that she had a little advertisement on her Facebook page. This is the stepsister saying, do you have life insurance? Does your kid have life insurance? And that was just like, I super angry at that. So I don't know. Brody and Luna says, I feel press conference was designed to make her mad. I just wish they would have read that out, but I guess you can't. Somebody asked, is T pregnant? Well, she's going to have to get a test in jail, so I'm going to guess no. I wonder if Gannon saw or heard something he shouldn't have. I don't know, like, she wasn't treating him very good that night that we heard on her accidental video. That was not accidental. And, you know, I don't know. I think that was just, that wasn't the beginning of everything. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, Miss Me says, I heard you say Al is military. There's life insurance that can be bought. I just don't know. I don't know details of anything. I haven't heard any of that, so I don't know. Does Al and Tecia have a child together? No. Lena and Gannon is Landon's and Al's, and Harley is Ticia's. Mimi39 says, I just saw where she was fired from a teaching job 3 days before Gannon went missing. I didn't think she was working through. That's interesting. You can send that to me if you want at itsacrimeandashame@gmail.com. Yeah, Laura, did you guys hear that? Well, do you have an attorney? What happened to her star-spangled attorney that she had? She said she had the best there was. And then all of a sudden in jail, in front of the judge, she's like, yeah, no, well, I was going to get an attorney, but Laura, I was supposed to call Laura, and Laura was supposed to get that. And because he's like, oh, so who's your attorney? Well, I have to call Laura, my friend Laura, and Laura didn't do that, or it wasn't called, so... I'm surprised, but here's why. She might not have gotten a lawyer because she probably's like, I got this. I got this. No problem. I'm going to talk to Crime Online. I'm going to explain it all. And people are going to believe me because they always believe me when I manipulate. And so I'm just going to do that and throw that out there. And no problem. Right? Linda says, you are the best. Gannon is smiling from above. Oh, you guys. I look at his picture every single day, a couple times a day, and I just, you know the one where he sits up with his leg up there, his eyes right there, it just gets me. I don't kick myself, but I sit there and think, why was he reported missing? And of course we know why, but you know, it set the time frame longer. She was questioned because she lived in the same apartment complex, as this Heather Elvis. Interesting. T lived in the same complex as the people who killed Heather Elvis. Apparently she was questioned about the case. I'm going to have to look into this. Thank you, Tasha. Thank you. I'm going to look into this. Al never said anything to her about a soccer board. She lied. Surprise. So she must not know. Yeah, she must know where to find it. Well, that's the thing. She's bringing up these little points so she can back herself up. So she has a story for everything. Because it's like, oh, okay. That's why. Yeah. Thank you, Mimi. Yeah, she totally planned being a runaway. I mean... And that bought her time, and that's why I think the rental car the next day, that bought her time. Could she have gone out during the night to move Gannon? I don't think, I don't know. It just depends on where was Lena that night. Was she home and they were home? Did she go out? I don't know. Was Harley home? And Harley looked after Lena? Like, I really don't know. Yeah, she had to have, I really don't know. How many do we have in here? 1,800 people? 1,700 people? And 662 likes. Give a like, support. Justice for Gannon. Man, how could she even, now I gotta give props to Landon, okay? Because Landon, when she's standing there and talking, she has done an amazing job on camera. Think about not even just doing an amazing job. Think about what the heck you're going through and the torment you're going through, and you know the person who's done this to your baby, right? But yet she's handling it with pure grace. She told Heather Elvis's mom, no body, no crime. Whoo, that gets me mad. Watch my paper and pen come out. You know I'm serious when that happens. Okay, I'm writing that down. That's interesting. I need some more info on that. Yeah, Landon is amazing. So much strength and determination. It's truly like she gets it. Because she says, you know, like, he's here. Just because he's not here doesn't mean he's not here. He's here. Yeah, did you guys see her middle name? This is weird. There's two things of her middle name, unless she has maybe two middle names, but she goes by Tecia Lynn, and then I saw Tecia Leanne. Oh, she discussed the case with an ex-boyfriend. Okay. Yeah, Lynn, then Leanne. So is it two? Does she actually have two middle names? And she just depends the day? Z-Boy, thank you. I like the little stickers that jump around. Do I think Carly cracked in questioning? She might have known something. Maybe she knew something she didn't even know she knew. You know what I mean? Like maybe she saw something and it was just that little piece that put things together. They obviously know something. For her to get charged like that and pretty confidently charged with that. She also lost 15 pounds overnight somehow. Yeah, I saw that. I think that was Kansas that said she was 150 pounds and 5'7", but she's actually 5'4", right? Landon was amazing in her words because she gets it. She gets it. You know, like first off, that's Gannon's mom. And she just shows what the purpose is. The purpose is to find Gannon. The purpose isn't to get on camera with your head stuck behind the camera and talk about yourself and how she demands an apology. Like, what? Yeah, she never expected Gannon would have so much support, and she didn't expect that her lies, she thought her lies would be believed. Lauren says, did she get her own attorney or is it a public defender? Good question. I think that's a public defender. Because Laura didn't get it. Laura didn't make the phone call. That's not funny. It's funny, but it's not funny. Yeah, public defender. There you go. And it is, her court date's coming up March 11th. Is that at 4 p.m. I think I have down. March 11th at 4 p.m. No, you know what? The 15 pounds, you guys, honestly, that could just be somebody writing it down. She could have had a lot of sodium on one night and then the next day she didn't eat and the sodium went down. Like, no worries about that. I'm not too worried about that. And she shrunk. I guess she grew 2 inches. Wouldn't that be nice? I'd like to grow 2 inches. I'm only 5 feet tall. You know what? Karen asks, will I show my nails again? If you go to my community tab, I have it. But if it's hard to see in the, you can kind of see the stripes and there's a little, da-da-da-da. Short club, yeah, I'm only 5 feet. Why did she not have issues with Lena? Well, you know what? I don't know, but there's age differences. Maybe he talked a lot about his mom and how much he loved her, like maybe she's jealous. There's all kinds of things, right? Bottom line is, she had no right to do what she did. Yes, did I already talk about how T attacked a deputy? Yes, she somehow slipped through her handcuffs is what it was reported, and attacked an officer, attacked a deputy, and he had to go and get checked out because he was injured or something, so I don't know what happened. Working on my gains says, I'm late to chat. Can you repeat what happened with the attack with the officer? Okay, so yeah, so she attacked an officer and then she had to stay in Kansas for 12 hours. And I believe that was from 3 p.m. to 3:15 p.m. to 3:15 a.m. and then went to Colorado. Starktrick says, Stephanie Harlow shouted you out. So glad she, me too. You guys are awesome coming from her channel. They're really great human beings. All of you guys are, from from my channel. I'm very, very happy. A lot of the troll type people that came in from Chris Watts, not all of them, but some of them, are gone now, so it's good. Starlit November says, just remember Patrick Frazee was found guilty without Kelsey's body. Yes, that's right. So you'll still get convicted without a body, but it's going to be a little bit more of a challenge, I'm sure. But it doesn't mean that Ganna's not going to get found. Hopefully he's going to get found with everything that's piecing together, and I'm not going to stop my videos until it's done. If DTs use her ego against her, she may break in an interview. If she can be persuaded that giving up his body will make the public like her, she may do it. Yeah, but you know what, though? I don't know if they can convince her. Maybe, but I don't know if they would, only because she's mad at the public right now, right? Because the public shunned her, so she's super mad. But you never know. Maybe she's having not so much fun right now and thinking, oh my gosh, I gotta figure something out. I better say something. But I just don't think she will. Yeah, people think they can get away with murder in 2020. Are you kidding me? How are people doing this, right? Like, what? And planning it. I'm sure police knew that she left Colorado. I don't know what day. Do you guys know the day that she actually left to go to South Carolina? Because I'm not sure. She's going to be a tough nut to crack. Kelly. I think she's already cracked, hun. What else do you guys think about this? Because Gannon hasn't been recovered. He hasn't. And he deserves to come home now. It's time for him to come home. People do get away with murder. My son's murders are still in charge. That's terrible. I don't know. Yeah, it's a good point. What evidence are they getting from South Carolina? I really don't know. Like, unless, because Harley was there too, right? So I don't know what they're saying about evidence getting from there. Maybe it's just something that was on Tecia or with her. I haven't read that there's been any searches. I think they're just probably trying to figure it out, but man. Do you guys think he's going to be found in Douglas County? Or do you think it's going to be somewhere different? Yeah, the reason why she's held in Kansas is because she assaulted an officer and they decided to go for a pit stop. Different? You guys think different place rather than Douglas County? Started in Douglas County, ended up somewhere else? Andrea says, I'm not saying this to be rude, but T seriously strikes me as having some sort of learning disability as well as some type of personality disorder. Well, I'm not an expert in what kind of disorder she has. I know if you're doing something to a child, then like what she's allegedly done, then there's some major issues in there. Is anybody in here from Palmer Lake or Castle Rock, is it called? Jan says, I wonder if she assaulted an officer so they would keep her in protective custody for a long time. I don't know, that's a pretty big risk to take, don't you think? I wonder if there was a lot of chatter in there. Yeah, she still knew right from wrong. Yeah. No, not Fraggle Rock. I love Fraggle Rock. Castle Rock. Okay. Cord Smith says, I'm in Castle Rock. Okay, can you guys tell me a little bit about there? I mean, are there cliffs over there? Because I know there is, in Palmer Lake, I saw the reservoir there. I saw some different terrain. I mean, obviously he could be anywhere, but in that area is where she was that day. Why is she going to Play It Again Sports over there? And what did she buy? Not many cliffs in Castle Rock. Okay, so it's more flat compared to Palmer Lake. Yeah, the entire situation is like a Stephen King novel. Exactly. Okay, what did that say about... Elena told law enforcement and DHS therapists a lot of credible information to arrest T. That little girl witnessed a lot of... Oh. Well, that night they did that accidental video. You could see Lena in bed, and Tecia flicks on the light. And so I'm sure she caught a lot of that, and she had to deal with that. And maybe Tecia just bullied Gannon and not Lena. Who knows, right? Yeah, Tecia said she looked for a bike, and she also was looking for hockey equipment at Play It Again Sports. I'd like to know, was she out there? I'm sure you guys want to know this as well. Was she there? And what did she buy? And why is she bringing it up? When I was doing the Google drives, like going down and checking out the roads and stuff, it looks a lot like Canada, actually, in Alberta. It looks a lot like it. Why are some comments in the color with money amounts in them? It just means people that it's called a super chat, and people are donating to the channel, and they do that in the bottom right hand corner, and then they can donate to the channel with whatever they want. I don't know if they got video from the Coles by Petco. I'm not too sure. They're going to be very, very, very quiet about their stuff, right? Yeah, no money to repair carpet, and then she goes and buys the dog coats. That's what I was talking about. She's frugal when she needs to be. In a way, too, she was probably trying to say to Gannon, like, this is serious. I'm going to have to sell something. So she might have just been bullying him rather than being serious about the selling something. But it's Apple Snapple. What a cool name. I like that. It says, thank you for all you do. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much. So, yeah, so she's frugal when she wants to be, but that was my point, was let's see how frugal she is. Like, what if, like, does it match all the other stuff? Because she had a, what do you call it? Poshmark account. She was selling, I don't know, I think I saw 4 or 5 or 6 different Kate Spade bags and wallets. Maybe orange is a flattering color. Yeah. Huh. Will I be doing old cases? Okay. Stark Jerk asks old or new, or sorry, older cases. I really, really want to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a, what do you call it? A poll on my community tab, and I will have a few cases, and then maybe you guys can tell me what you would like to see, because then that way I would know what old cases to do. I won't do it. I'll probably do like one a month, or one and then dig in and then do something like that. I would like to try to have some like that, and I have been asked a few times. So I would like this month to bring something like that. Michael says, you were made for this, Linda. Thank you so much. It's been crazy for 2 months. I mean, 30,000 subscribers. I've been on just for 2 months, and people were they just had such nice things to say, saying that I'm born for this. I've even had, actually interesting enough, retired officers say, I wish you were in the interrogation rooms. I thought that was kind of cool, but I don't know. Thanks, Jordan. Have a good night. I'm going to have a few things coming on the channel too. Like, it's going to be some fun. Justin says, it will be a year before Tecia goes to trial, but the family needs some closure now. Hopefully Gannon is recovered soon. That is my hope. I hope that he is coming home soon, so at least they have that. They have their baby home, not the way that they want, but they have their baby back, and that he can rest the way he deserves to, and not where he's by himself. Like, it's so hard when I say this, because I know it sounds a little silly in some aspects, but to me, thinking about a child being alone in the snow, even though we know he's passed, it's just not right. And it just feels just incredibly like, you know, Mama Bear, bring him home so that he can be in the proper spot. Yeah, they're saying that they believe he's not alive anymore. So they must have some pretty good info on why. Linda found her calling. This is something that's been part of me all my life. What's crazy is I never really realized until this YouTube channel how much I feel like I can contribute. So my past, I've always helped people in different aspects, not the crime aspect, so to speak, but I have always been helping people all my life, really. And but I've always had this justice part to me, and I've always had, you know, sticking up for the underdog, sticking up for people who can't speak, and I've always had that sense of, oh, heck no, you're not going down for that kind of thing, you know? And it bothers me for people who can get away with things and manipulate people and be so incredibly cruel and just walk around like that's okay, and it's not okay. So when I see a person like Tecia and what she does, I see through her, and I see the patterns in her, and I out them. And it's because she probably in a lot of times doesn't get that back. People just take it from her, right? Or they don't know how to deal with it, because what do you say, right? So when she's at this scale, she's probably scratching her head like, well, this always works. Why isn't it working now, right? Heath says, did she burn carpet to cover blood? I don't know, but there was chatter about how that was a red candle and conveniently and all this, and I don't know. We just know there's something had happened. And the thing is, she has a lot of lies, so you got to strip it down. Did you guys see that one video that I had? And some of the newbies may not have, but I had a video and in her paragraph, and I stripped the sentences out, and I change the font color so that it was all gray, and then there was just words that pop out to me, and that was what it was all about. And she's talking about hiding the truth, and that, like, I had it, a whole paragraph all blocked out and just brought out maybe 10 words, and that was the meat and potatoes to it. That was the truth. Gannon was actually 1 pound 6 ounces when he was born, and he was just teeny tiny. You're so intuitive. Your energy is great. Thank you so much. I call them spidey senses, and sometimes I get these just when I see a pattern or I see something and it's a feeling that comes over me, and then I go, oh my gosh, and then sometimes I get mad because I realize what the truth is. Matt Mann Production says, I believe the dad was in on it. I just don't see it. I think he feels incredibly guilty for what's going on, that he's married to a monster that did that, and I couldn't imagine what he's bearing on that, but I just don't believe that he is. Dania says my son was 9 pounds. That's different from 1 pound 6. Yes, I did. I did already talk about her slipping out of handcuffs and attacking a deputy. That is probably not a good idea. I wonder if that's going to come out to the judge. I wonder if the judge actually gets that info, like next week when he's reading and he's like, "Whew, what happened?" Or he's like, "Why were you in Kansas? Weird." Oh, look, you attacked the deputy. 10-pound baby, holy moly. I was 4 pounds, 4'8", but I'm a twin, so. Yeah, I don't think the dad was. I think Tecia was the sole person who's involved. I think Al didn't even know just how manipulative she was. I think she played the role. When he was around, she's wonderful, right? And then when you turn your back, there's 2 of you. Yeah, I have a brother, though. She is making herself guilty by her actions through the whole way, right? Starting with the interview, actually starting from day one. And the interesting thing is, remember that she said in the driveway, she said that, don't worry, there's a selfie of me, and that Gannon got on the other side. But then in her Crime Online article, she said, no, wait, there must be something wrong. There's something wrong because Harley was parked in there, and we both can't park in the same spot, so something must be wrong, right? So, I don't know. Delia says she will get a new charge due to that attack. I hope so. Do they have to move by Friday? That's what Landon said, that they have to move by Friday, and he was moving stuff out. So, why do you think she met up with Petco? I heard it may be the father of his friend. I don't know I don't know if she met anybody there. I have no idea. All I know is I think she wanted to get on camera so that she could prove that she's on camera, and then come back so she could prove on camera. That's my feeling. Do I read all the comments? I do. And if you're talking about in chat, I'm doing my best. But under each video, like, I spend a lot of time reading and going through and trying to answer as many as humanly possible. You know what's crazy? Last week or the week before, I had 4,300 new comments in just my new videos, not even the ones before that. It was just the space of a week. And I did look, and check this out, you guys, this is crazy. I did 26 videos in February and 3 lives in February, because I just got approved for it. But I hit 1 million views on February 29th on my channel. I thought that was just crazy. I had no idea that I did 26 videos and 3 lives. It was crazy. Alicia says, I'll give you, okay, let me just see this here. Alicia says, I'll give you credit for acknowledging that women can indeed pull off that type of manipulation. A lot of people don't want to admit that. I know. And they can be mean, and they can be calculated, they can be manipulative. But when you start to see this, maybe this is a good thing too, that this is all pointed out in a way that when you see this in her, you're going to see this in other people. You know what I mean? And then maybe you're going to get that gut feeling like, okay, I know exactly what's going on. Because once you start to see that, there's a trend, right? And these people need to be called out, honestly. And so when I see this type of person do what she's doing and think that people are going to believe her just because she's gotten away with it, like, for me, it's like, oh, if I have to put on 700 videos just to prove that she's wrong, then I will, because it's just ridiculous, and she can't get away with it. They are dangerous. They are dangerous. Off topic, but how did you start making YouTube videos about true crime? Well, I've been following true crime since I thought it would be 15, but I think it's even way sooner than that, just because I've been so interested in this kind of thing. But I was really bothered by the Heidi Broussard case back in December, and I was so bothered that I was like, I'm just going to chuck up a video and then just get it off my chest. And I did that, and then all of a sudden people are like, oh, we love your video, blah, blah, blah. And I thought, oh my goodness, I had no idea. Yes, she attacked an officer in her recent arrest. She was traveling to Colorado, and they had to make a pit stop in Kansas because she decided to slip out of her handcuffs and then go after a deputy. You know what I want to see? I want to hear the 911 call. And I also want to see the police body cams when they first came to her. Like way back when, the day that Gannon went missing. I want to see that so badly. I don't think she'll commit suicide. I think she's sitting there thinking about how people have done her wrong and how she has to get her lawyer, and why she hasn't gotten her lawyer, and that's not fair. And she probably still in her own mind thinks this is all Gannon's fault. I don't know what evidence they actually have, but clearly they have enough evidence to charge her with what they're charged, and pretty feel confident in that. You're right. Landlords can't kick you out of things for things beyond your control. You're right. A public pretender. Jason's in the house. I heard local talk about a lot of blood being found. Well, they were talking about a pool of blood in Gannon's room, and then also with the wood. Oh, maybe it's such a huge accident now needs to cover it up. Well, the thing is, remember she said this is an accident, not some tragedy? I hope they release the interviews like they did in the Watts case. Oh, yes. Let's see her. I don't think it took 5 weeks to find the blood. I think that's just coming out right now. Yeah, narcissists kill others, not themselves. Yeah, it's not. Oh. Ken just says your Chris Watts video. Oh my. Well, thank you, Jason, for being here. People are quoting your Leave It to Linda all the time. Thank you, Stark Jerk. 4 a.m. Oh, wow. Thanks for being here. Oh, here we go. Are there any oil rigs with 2 hours of the house? Time to do some research. You know, I actually said this 2 days ago, only just because we were talking about I was talking with my husband and we were talking a little bit of things, and I just went, I swear if she's going to Survey 319. Are you guys enjoying this live tonight? I'd like to do a few more lives, but I do like doing my videos too, my regular videos. Yes, well, click the like button if you guys do like it. Yep, I'm a twin. But my twin's a brother, and he would never probably do what I do and go on camera. We're opposites. Oh, you guys... Dawn says, can you say about again? About. See, Canadians don't think it sounds any different than what we see on TV. And obviously they're American actors, and about is about. Oh, I want to tell you something too. Tiny Tot CPR is a mod in here, okay? And I have put in my description under some of my videos now, my last couple, he's giving you 25% if you want to do a CPR course. Just go to the look on my last, actually he can if he wants to put the link in there. He's giving you 25% off an online CPR course if you want for kids and infants. And so I put that in the last two descriptions because, hey, 25% off, who doesn't like a deal? And you're literally learning how to save a life. Oh, there's always a good twin and an evil one. Well, which one am I? Aggravated assault is a felony against a law enforcement officer in uniform engaged in the performance of his duties in severity level 6 felony. Look at that. Thank you for the info. Oh, everybody says I'm the good twin. I'll be sure to tell them. All I'm going to say is there's apparently a good twin and a evil twin. And I've already been told, well, when I am, he'll be like, ha, that's funny. About. Twins are a blessing. Well, yes, they are. However, if you asked a twin if you want twins, the twin would say, no, I do not. Even though if they're close or not, they're like, I don't want twins. And all around us, our friends are having twins. And I had to check numerous times to make sure that I was not having twins. Like numerous. Do you think she's actually on suicide watch? Do you? It doesn't skip a generation. This is the crazy thing. I've been doing, you guys know I love research. And I've been doing my ancestry. And it is scattered everywhere in my family. In fact, my great-grandparents, they had 5 sets of twins, only 1 set lived. But it it like scatters everywhere in my family. So I thought, oh my gosh. I checked a lot. See, they were relieved. Janice says, my twin daughters have just given birth to 2 gorgeous girls. They were relieved that they, see? You ask a twin if they want twins, and they're like, no, no. I don't know, spam bots, I don't know what's going on. I'm learning. No, Michael says I could commit a crime and blame him. No, because he's a fraternal twin. He's not identical. We don't have the same DNA. I have to share my birthday. Yeah. Why do twins not want twins? I don't know. It's not a bad thing. Thank you, Kimbo Slice. It's not a bad thing. It's just, I think maybe, well, for me, I mean, being pregnant, having twins, for me, would be like, oh dear, like just, I gained enough. And having twins, and oh my gosh. And like, it's so busy. It's just so busy. I'm an Aries. Oh, you have separate, she's a twin, separate birthdays. Look at that. Wow, there's a lot of twins in here. That's kind of cool. It's really cool. Oh, happy birthday to Kylie. It's her 40th today. That's fun. What did you do? What did you do today? Because 40 is a good one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if she's going to actually, I don't know if Tecia would commit suicide. I really don't. Well, yeah, you make a good point. Narcissists can't stand being locked up. They have no control over anybody, not even themselves. You're right. She's going to have a hard time with that. She is. But I guess now she doesn't have to worry about money. I'm going to be 40 again on the 28th. What? 5 years in a row? I don't know when these are going to be public, like what's going to be public or what's not and what's coming first. We'll see how this is going to come out. My last big birthday, I went actually to Sedona. And I drove one of those slingshots. Have you guys ever seen that? It was so fun. Her mugshot, there's been 4. Have you seen Tecia's, was it 4? There's 4. 3 or 4 I saw. Jackie says, Linda, you and Stephanie Harlow should do a collab. Love you both. That's a great idea. Maybe we could do something cool. She does think a lot like I do. Like, and she mentioned that too when she was shouting my channel out. She just said that we seem to think the same, and she's the same where she likes to take some time and really think about it and look at it. And I'm the same way. What older cases would you like me to cover? What bugs you all the time besides Chris Watts, besides that one? Four mugshots, 2 Carolina, 1 Kansas, 1 Colorado. Thank you, Aaron. Casey Anthony, Missy Beavers. Harley Dilly. I did do some Harley Dilly ones. I saw a guy who actually drove by Harley's house, I would say probably a month after, and he showed me the difference between the tower, or in his video, he showed the difference between the antenna tower and the house, and it was like a 4-foot jump. John Bonet, Scott Peterson. I followed that like crazy. Three years for that. Yeah. Kyron. A lot of people have been comparing that with Tecia. Yep. Tecia attacked a deputy. Probably should have shown a little bit more self-control because it's not going to look good for her. Could you imagine the lawyer when she's like, let me get this straight. You've already been charged all this and now this. Do I think anyone will find baby Evelyn? I feel like baby Evelyn is alive. I feel like they'll hopefully find baby Evelyn. Maybe it'll take a little bit longer. But I feel like this was a case of she's been given to a couple and they're lying about it. Now, I still have to catch up on the last week on stuff. I caught little bits and pieces. But I believe that there's more to meets the eye on this, and I don't think it's that. But I got to get my facts this week and catch up because I've been doing so much of the Tecia stuff and Gannon. And I got to catch up a little bit on Lori too because I know she's going into court tomorrow. It's funny, I started making a calendar and I'm like, oh, that's the date that Lori goes to to court, and this is when Tecia's in court. Oh gosh. Yeah, the lawyer probably, could you imagine? First off, no lawyer is going to want to touch her from her opening her mouth, and we're talking about Tecia, all month. The whole 5 weeks. It's like, just be quiet. Natalie Holloway, she's from Aruba. Have you guys been to Aruba? I've been there twice. It's amazing. Do a poll of cases you'd like to cover. We'll vote. Awesome. E. Hardy 92 says that. I will do that. Alyssa Turney case. I'm going to write this down. I haven't heard of Alyssa Turney. And I have read all of you guys others too, so just that I haven't seen it. My friend Carrie Patterson disappeared from Fullerton, California. Jeez. Yeah, Tecia goes to court on March 11th at 4 p.m. Gannon's not going to be completely unsolved. We'll just keep going until she gets found. Could you imagine T and Lori as cellmates? Probably best friends. Wow, you guys have so many, hey? What's that biggest one? Maybe I'll write it down. We'll do a poll and we'll see which one we can just dig into. Do you guys watch Netflix series at all? What are my thoughts about the psychic mediums that are diving into these current cases? Where is that? Have you seen any of them? I saw tarot cards for the soul. I saw her do some. I'm just going to write down this. Thanks, Julie, for your suggestion. I'm just going to write that down. I find it interesting that some of them are saying the same things. I think that I haven't seen very many, okay? I know all of them are saying he's gone, and now we have news that he's gone. Yeah, and Undisputed Truth, I've seen her too. I love how she calls everybody family. I love that. Hello, family. Netflix new show, The Five, Missing Boy. Yeah, I like a good series or a good show for Netflix. I'm just curious how many of my viewers actually watch. I didn't see her video today. I haven't seen it in quite a few days, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna look at if I really could do as many as possible. If I had more than 24 hours, I would. Is there anything from Canada? You know what? Tonight I saw that there is an Amber Alert for a 14-year-old boy, but I saw that. I just pulled it up and obviously tabbing it for later. A boy abducted from Toronto, and it had to do with something about his stepbrother owing $1 million of drug money or something. Boy abducted taken as retribution for stepbrother's alleged $4 million unpaid drug debt. So I don't know what happened, but I'll dig into it and I could post a video on that for sure. Yeah, he's 14 years old. Police say that it happened outside of Driftwood Avenue in the city's Black Creek neighborhood. Daring D's Dauntless Detours, I love that name, says, please do Jennifer Kessie. Is that the name? Kessie is how you pronounce it. It's my friend's cousin. She still hasn't been found. From Orlando, Florida from 2006. Wow. It's haunting, isn't it? Just to even hear that. Okay, I'll take a peek at that. Yeah, I wish I had more than 24 hours. Maybe one day I can have a virtual assistant. And then and then they can help me gather all the info, and then I can just film and somebody else can edit. Please look, Amber Alert, boy found safe. Is that from the Toronto boy he's found safe? Because that would be awesome. Thank you, Jason. Our family's so strong. Leave it to Linda. Li2L. It's a crime and still growing, blowing up. Channel's going to still be going sky high because your channel and yourself is just amazing. Thank you so much for the kind words. Okay, so they're okay then. The Toronto Amber Alert, he's okay? Kristen says, are you going to set up member options and Patreon? Well, it just so happens that they told me, YouTube told me, that I can have a Patreon, a membership, but they're doing the process, they said, within 14 days. Now it's been 21. And I am going to have some memberships, but I am going to be sure to make it packed with value. So your hard-earned money will be towards something, you will be getting something in return. So I'm waiting to see if I get that, and then I will definitely offer memberships. And I will make it, like I said, jam-packed with value because that's what I want to give you. And, you know, so you guys have little perks, but it's worth your, you know, worth your hard-earned dollars. So if you guys like that idea, also, A couple of people have requested merch, so I'm going to have a few things. I've been granted Teespring a while now. That's below the videos. They've granted it to me, but I wasn't sure if anybody kind of wanted that. And people are saying, no, we really would like to have an Info Snack shirt. So I will get that designed, and then I can bring out something too, and you guys can maybe, you know, vote on what you would like too. I don't know. I'm in Alberta. Info Snack cups. I think mugs would be great, right? You can have like our Info Snack mug or our Leave It to Linda. Can I do the dollar Patreon, please? Sure, I could do that too. Like I don't know what for Patreon. I really don't know much about it. I know that the lowest can be like even on the memberships, like $1.99 will be the lowest that I'll have. So I'll make it affordable. Love your work. Thank you for your passion in bringing justice to the innocent. Thank you so much. Yeah, coffee cups would be great, right? Like, I mean, who doesn't love mugs? And hopefully I can have something for you guys that you like. Some other so-called true crime channels do nothing for either their patrons of the members. Terrible. Oh no, I'm going to have something so that you guys are getting something like of value, right? Yeah, it's not going to be just, you know, whatever. I got your back. Marika, hopefully that's how you say it. I'm an artist. I can design stuff for you as a gift. That's cool. Super cool. Journals. Ooh, that's a good idea. I love journals. Okay, really weird. I love journals. But I'm not one to like talk about my feelings or anything. I do more journals like how do I call it? Like bucket list kind of stuff. Goals. I'm very goal oriented. Molly Miller case. G-Man shirts with It's a Crime logo. I would love to do something like that. I just don't want to. I wouldn't want to. I would have to figure out a way to do that so it helps the family. Raina Marie says, new subscriber here. Thank you for giving a voice to the voiceless. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's really, really interesting. Don't do membership. It's eh. Why is that? Why is it eh? Is it just because what they're offering people, like that people are offering, it's not that great? Or... Yes, I mentioned that earlier, Anna, that she did break out of her handcuffs and decided to do that. Please open a P.O. box. Okay, what would we do with the P.O. box? Yeah, exactly. I don't want to do anything that I would love to do something to give to the family, but I don't want to go through doing something that would step on anything like donating is my thought, to donate to them. But oh my gosh, $200 a month in memberships on YouTube, and I'm about to cancel them all. Why would you want to cancel? Is it just you're not getting your money's worth on it? Or is it just like you're over it? Or P.O. Box and Amazon wish list. This is interesting. You guys love Patreon. Okay, well, I'll write that down. P.O. Box. Some people are great talkers, some are just ramblers. Okay. Yeah, I definitely, if I'm going to offer you guys, I'm going to follow through with it. I would make sure that it's, you know, it's good. I wouldn't want to do anything crappy. Yeah, I have an email. It's a crime and I guess I can just write that in there here. It's a crime. There's my email. I love it. T-shirt that says crime kills. I love that. I love it. I'm new to your channel. You're very good at what you do, kind and humble as well. It's refreshing. Thank you for what you do. Thank you, and thank you guys. I mean, if without you guys, there wouldn't be my channel, right? So you guys are just as important as me and my channel. Hello from New Mexico. Is that where it is? NM? Yes, we are a state in the U.S., believe it or not. Yeah, I'm on a mobile right now. I love the idea about journals, you guys. This is great. Never even thought about that. Welcome to all the new people. You guys are awesome. The people in our community, I gotta tell you, everybody gets along. They're great. I have like maybe 1 or 2 of the trolls that come in that I have to kick out or ban, but other than that, it has been incredible. And we're forming a really great community, and we're high vibing, right? We don't want any of the low vibes. Oh yeah, Luna girl, that's totally cool. No one has to join anything or memberships or anything. Nothing's going to change on the channel. It's just going to be another perk if people want it. Oh, I wish I could give you more. You know what? Just you being here is very important to me. So don't feel like that. Thank you so much. How big is Alberta? I don't know how many people we have in here. Trolls are working for Tecia. I know sometimes they come in and they're the same, like on my videos, they're the same amount of dislikers. I haven't even like you can't even watch the full movie yet, like, or the full video. Carrie says, hi, Linda, I just realized Harley has a YouTube channel. Did you know that? I did know that, yes. I've seen her hiking video. I've seen a couple. Give a shout out too to our mods tonight, who's incredible. We have such lovely people in here, so it's been not too bad with the trolls, I'm sure, but thank you so much for modding and helping me. I think it's under, Harley's channel is under Harley Hunt, I believe. Do I like snail mail? Yeah, I do. Love your channel. Having someone cover Gannon so thoroughly as you have been awesome. Can't wait to see what else you uncover about other cases. Thank you, Lily. I love doing this. I love the community. That's why I do read every single comment. It's crazy. I just go through and read, and I try to answer as many people as possible. And you know, I just really love community. So it's going to get impossible though, because it's starting to get really hard. I'd have to spend all day. My channel grew very, very quickly. I started in December, and it's been two and a half months, I guess, almost. And I've gone from 0 to 30,000 people. It's amazing. Aw, thank you. Okay, P.O. Box is coming then, you guys. Tecia's maiden name is Hunt and also Hardin. She was married before to a guy named Chance. He died. You have a true knack for true crime. I think it's because I've been so interested in cases all my life, and my husband's had to hear about the Chris Watts case for ever. And thank you, Colleen. And so it's pretty funny that we just, he says, you talk about this all the time anyways. So of course you should do a channel. I don't know how Chance died. I heard that it was an accident or car accident or something, but I don't know. But I did see his obituary, but it didn't say how he died. But he was young. I think he was 36, 30-something-ish. Maybe, Michael says, maybe you will solve a crime soon. I bet the police watch your channel. I wonder, 2 days before they were checking in, not that this is me that outed it, but 2 days before they were checking Douglas County, I did a video saying, Tecia's a distancer, that's what she does. She's going to distance herself. I think they should go north and she's going to go towards Denver. And then 2 days later, I saw it, like, oh, geez. Does anyone think they're close to finding Gandon? I think so. I think it's coming. We're hoping it's sooner, obviously, but going on 3 months, almost first time I viewed It's a Crime with Linda. I was hooked. That's awesome. Yes, you guys have been the originals. Thanks, Mimi. Yeah, I think, this is it. Says, I think they will find Gandon in springtime. Very possible. I mean, it's starting to warm up already. Marie says, I watched everything about Scott Peterson from start to finish. Do TV channels do trials like that still? I don't know. There's probably more going on YouTube. I could be being watched. I can tell you this. I'm pretty sure Tecia was watching. I'm pretty sure she was watching me. Because I would say something and like 2 hours later, 3 hours later, she's like whipping out all the rebuttals. You have a soothing voice. I keep hearing that. It's so funny. I've never in my life, never has anybody told me that I have a soothing voice, ever. And now I hear it more and more, like maybe it's the microphone. I'm glad if police are watching this. I'm really glad. I hope they are. And maybe I can help a little bit while they're doing their work. Maybe they can be like, oh, whew, she's helping out on that. Why not, right? Now, just so you know, my cell phone, my mobile phone is like at 10%. And I plug it in and it doesn't work. So that's another thing on Mama's list to get. No, Joe Fox says, do you think he's further away than closer? I think it's going to be further. If she's a distancer, he's going to be further away. She's probably jelly of you, Looking Beyond says. My accent, I don't think I have accent. I talk just like the people on TV. I do a lot of prep work, even for lives. I write down quite a bit. And then at the end, we can have chit chats so people aren't so bored. But in the beginning, I try and get as much. Beverly says, I lost my son and I am devastated over it. I want to help other moms whose kids passed. Anything you need. Oh, I am so sorry you went through that. Nobody should ever have to lose a child. Ever, never, never. What's with the Amazon wish list? Like, how does it, like for me to ask for things? I don't think I could do that. I look like Madonna, only much prettier. I never heard that I look like Madonna. Sometimes it takes hearing people talk about to give them a clue they need. Yeah, or even, sometimes me talking, maybe it'll spark something in somebody going, oh my gosh, I didn't even think of that, but I saw X, Y, and Z, right? Why didn't they search the house on the first night? I don't know. Maybe because they thought he was a runaway. Yeah, today's news about her getting out of her handcuffs and doing that. Could you imagine? Thank God I'm not the public defender. I don't think I would be anyways. I'd be the prosecutor. Depending. There was a movie that we just saw that me and my hubby saw. It was the guy from the Rocky movie, and he was a lawyer. Can't remember his name now. It was a really, really good movie. And he was getting a guy off of death row in this movie. And it was great. Can't remember the name. I'm going to have to wrap this up pretty quick, though, because my phone, I don't want my phone to die, and then it looks like I hung up on you. Regards to Mr. Linda, by the way, that's hilarious. I'll let him know you said hi. Had a couple people call him Mr. Linda. Michael B. Jordan, that's it, Just Mercy. Yes, that was a really good movie. If you guys haven't seen it, go see it. I want a Mr. Linda cup. Stephen Avery, that's another one. Man, that lawyer, oh gosh, what's her name, you guys? It must be late tonight. What's the deal? She was amazing. How she recreates everything. I love her. Tecia probably told Al she was going to look for Gannon. She didn't want Gannon to recognize her vehicle. That's exactly it. She's probably like, I'll drop you home. You stay there, and I'm going to go get Gannon. Don't worry. One news report said that she punched the deputy, so it probably wasn't a severe injury. Yeah, except he had to go to go get it checked out, so I don't know. Kathleen Zellner, that's it. Man, she's smart cookie. I'd want her on my side, that's for sure. It's going to be 21 Celsius on Saturday, so hopefully the snow is melted. Why got to be 21 here? Holy. Yeah, I worked with the public defender for years, Amazing People. Yeah, I just mean, could you imagine if you're her and you just you did what? Like, all we asked is you from coming from South Carolina to Colorado, and you went and assaulted somebody? Mindhunter. I think my niece told me that to go check out. Yeah, 11-year-old runaway isn't common. It happens, but it's not common. He was described as a happy kid. There's just no way. All right, I'm going to give you guys a couple more seconds, and then we got to go. Does anyone know when the new charges will hit? Well, she has to go in front of the judge in new charges, she has to go in front of the judge March 11th, so that's next week, right? The one that died, T's ex-husband's last name was Hunt. That's the same as Harley's last name, and his first name is Chance. All right, I'm going to have to log off before it kicks you guys off. I don't want that. I could talk all night, I'm sure. But you guys probably have to go to sleep too. We all need beauty rest. So thank you very much. Thank you to my mods. Thank you for you guys, because you guys are rocket. And I will be doing a live again, and you'll see me in another video. I'm going to be working on the Lori Daybell case. I'm going to be working on Evelyn Boswell, and of course more Tecia's tactics. And yeah, I love you guys. You guys are so awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your support. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your comments. And now I have a whole list of to-dos, like get a P.O. box. So thank you. Have a great night. See you soon. Bye.